So that's super exciting. And it's really a difficult thing. It's like why that no one else in the world has ever done it is because it's very, very difficult to take everything that you can do in AI, put it into one place and make it work seamlessly together with all of the things that are out in the world, but you can just come to one place to get them all. And that's what Ruby is really all about. So here we go. Okay, Flexology, we're going to talk about the image creation. So how many people would love to be able to just go in and throw in a few words? I'm talking like a few words, like, I want to do a meal, and I want to do it off of a recipe that I have, but I really want to see the best presentation for it, right? And so I actually did this. We are making a steak that was done from Selena Gomez, of all places that I would learn from this. But she made this incredible steak for a Christmas dinner, and it had just incredible stuff. And so what I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to see how the presentation should look when it was done. And so I went and I actually put it in, and this is what our imagery came out with. Does anybody get hungry like looking at this? Like, this was insane for me because this was exactly how it was going to be laid out. This is exactly what it was. And it also opened up a couple of other things, which was some suggestions outside of that. And so like the Brussels sprouts, I hadn't thought of doing that. I hadn't thought about doing this. This was opening up creativity above and beyond what was even thought about or asked of. And I just love that about AI. But when you're thinking about doing something in any form, whether it be making a post for your social media, maybe you're doing a cover for a book, maybe you're looking at just trying to create new characters. What are you going to be able to do with this? It's going to open up so many doors. And I had this conversation with Heidi the other day about so many people saying, oh, AI is just taking the creativity away from everyone. And what they don't realize is that it actually opens up the creativity to be much more than you ever thought of your own mind, because it's going out and getting it from everywhere. And what this was on the prompt, by the way, is this prompt was I wanted to do a porterhouse and I wanted to do a escarole salad, and this is how it came up. So you can do so much stuff when you start getting this. Now, here's another one that we put in a few different things here, but one of the things that we've done with our virtual studio in creating this imagery is that you don't have to know anything other than just type in what you like. And we have a lot of presets already built for you. So like if you wanted to do a photorealistic photo like this one, then you just select that. And it will put in all the rest of the prompt that you need to get that kind of look or feel. You don't have to know how to do any of the other special, prompting. This is what we're all about, is simplicity and making it so that the person who has absolutely no idea how to use AI can immediately get unbelievable value. Now look at this. I gotta get at the food because I am getting super hungry right now. Okay, so let's do this. What if we wanted to take and put imagery of humans? And so if you can see how this works. And so one of the things that we were able to do is every time you put it in, you're going to get 4 different options. And from that, you can, update them and you can get versions of them and all the different things that you go. So it gives you a starting point. But look at how amazing this can be as you start to really start putting out what's going on out in the world. So if you're doing advertising or you're looking to do something that you're putting on packaging, it's insane what we were able to do inside of the virtual studio. So here's another one. We wanted to do characters. So we're looking at the new character list. So we actually have, for people who are doing cartoons, maybe you're wanting to do a book, a kid's book, or maybe you're just trying to go out and just find an icon for you. You can do any of that here. It's endless what you can do. But we have presets for these. So if I just want to go and create new characters, I can describe it. I can choose my character list. It's going to create me all these different poses so I can see it automatically. And I'm just going to tell you, because I actually created a TV show in 2002 for Disney International, and it was called Animals A to Z. And That was a product that we had cartoon animations, 3D animations, and real life video all working together. And one of the things that we did for a long time was try to create the characters. And these characters cost us a fortune to create. I actually had one of the biggest designers from Disney actually helping us do some of the stuff from California. And it was amazing what he could do. But it took us forever. It took us nearly 6 months to get all the characters the way we wanted them, get all their mouth movements, and look at what we were able to create in literally less than a minute. Less than a minute. So this is going to be an incredible thing that you're going to be able to use for so many things. And then, of course, you just want to do art. You want to do different types of looks and feels. You just let them know through our presets, and you'll be able to come up with some of this stuff. So this is coming, guys. Within the next 48 hours, we will have this live for you, and it uses credits. Okay, so you'll have credits that you'll be able to use that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the people have the access to this without having to purchase the virtual studio for 2 weeks. So for anyone that's here right now, you are going to have this for 2 weeks that you can go in and play with it. I want everyone to understand that this is a lot more expensive on everybody's side here to create imagery. But when you start to think about how I can go and create a stock image of anything and everything I want, and I don't have to ever pay for it, I don't have to have any idea, you can use it anywhere in the world, okay? And so you don't have to worry about a copyright on it. You create it and it can be used. This is going to allow you to do so much. And I can't wait to get that in here. So this is what we're going to be able to do. We're going to send this out the first 2 weeks. Everybody will use it without having to have the virtual studio. I think it'll give you a great understanding of what the value is. And then we'll make it to where the virtual studio will be available, and you can upgrade to add it as an add-on. It's not part of the main subscription piece. It's an add-on, but you can add it on to any of the subscription pieces that you want. And then, of course, we have our Premium Plus bundle that will be launched as well. If you have done an annual and you've done that, say the premium level, and you want to go ahead and do that, we will have a place for you to step it up by either doing a monthly for that add-on and adding it to your premium, or you'll be able to pay the additional annual fee and have that combined into your stuff. So those are the things that we have. The average the monthly for the virtual studio will be $39.95. That also includes all of our audio lab. So the audio lab is your ability to do voice to text, text to voice, and also voice cloning, and using any kind of AI voice that you can have. We have thousands of voices that will be available. But you also will be able to go in and create your own voice with the cloning. It's a very simple cloning. Some of these can get really complicated, like updating it every month and going through and doing so many different versions. This one's, you can do it in less than 4 or 5 minutes. You can get your voice cloned, and it's very good. I think that's the best one out there. We looked and we found the very, very best one to partner with to bring into Ruby. It's going to be phenomenal for you guys wanting to do voiceovers and everything like that. But I wanted to work on the imagery today just because I think that this is something that everybody is going to be able to use when you're doing anything that deals with your virtual stuff, right? If you want to create even a simple Facebook post, you'll be able to immediately just go in, create the image, drop the image over there, and you've got everything in one place. Now, as we get going through the new composer, and I want to talk about the new composer for just a second, will there be an unlimited all-included package? Cindy, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. So everything will have credits. Our virtual studio actually comes with just credits. It doesn't come with words. You should have words already inside of your other subscription. And by the way, just so you know, words for creating imagery and your prompts for that should be very short. This will be simple stuff like under 500 characters. That's kind of the goal. And here's the thing, if you don't know, we actually have a Ruby chat. You ask Ruby, Ruby will open up a little module. You'll be able to type in what you want, and then Ruby will make the prompt for you. And so that you're able to get that without, again, having any knowledge of how all of this works. Now, I will say, next FlexCast, you're going to want to be there because this is when we're going to break it all down. We're going to show you it in action. You're going to want to be there, and we're going to show you how in all the different places that you can use it. But one of the things that I would love is for you to be able to just drop in the chat right now all the different ways that you can imagine using the video, not the video, I'm sorry, that's coming later, use the audio version, the audio labs, and then also the image. How can you plan to use that? And I just want to hear it. I mean, we've gone through a list of a million different ways people use it, but if you can just kind of tell us, like, if it's on the top of your mind, this is how I want to use it. This is what we're going to, I want to make sure that we have it exactly the way everybody in the world is going to want to use it, and integrate it, because we want to make it in one place and simple and easy to merge it all together. So drop those in, and we'll be looking at those as we get going. Okay, so that's coming next 48 hours. For those who are saying, and I know, Larry, you asked, I was watching it just now, what about those that are founders? How are they going to get it early? Here's the thing. We have no way to separate it out right now because it's the other IT section that has to do that. And right now I'm having them work on everything that's just like getting the basics to work. And so I can't separate it right now. I'll find something to do for the founders to reward you for being founders, though, in that process, maybe some extra credits that we can do. But our goal, obviously, is to make sure that founders have this, a few days to a few weeks ahead of everybody else so that they can play it, learn it, and train it. I just can't do it right now because I have no capability to do that inside of our technology that's on the back office. So we're working heavily on that. And so that actually brings me to Flexonomics, because let's talk about the business for just a second and where we are, where we're going, what's coming up, where are we on the process of doing upgrades and all that good stuff. I know I have had some conversations just since I got back, and I love it because it's at least everything's consistent, right? So if I know what the issues are, we can go address those. So here's a list of the things that for this very next week I'm really focused on. And number one is, if you've purchased an annual and you haven't gotten words every month, I'm going to make sure that all of that is corrected this week. We're going to make sure that we go back to when you purchased it and make sure you have those additions. The other thing that's great is that now that we can add our words and credits starting Monday, I'll be able to add words and credits, and I'll have a note attached to every one of those that are pushed to you, and it will show up in your usage. So if you're looking to see, did you get this month's annual replenishment, or did I give you words like I just gave out to you guys? You'll be able to go to your usage. You'll be able to see the new words added into your account. And then you're also going to see why those were there, whether it be a renewal or whether it be a gift or you won them on FlexCast. We're going to be able to do that. So everything is very transparent, and I want to keep that there. So let's see. Diamond for a year. Founders grandfathered. I don't know. Grandfathered Premium Plus. So we don't have the way to do the Premium Plus as part of the old version of that. But we are going to make sure that we have some options for you guys to upgrade and to get into this if you want to do that. Okay, all that. Let me go to what I think is the most important thing to talk about at the beginning of a new year. At the beginning of a new year, it's all about a fresh start. It's something new. And the one thing that I love about the New Year's is when it comes to my business is I can set a whole new mindset about where I'm going and what I'm going to do. And I have spent a lot of time over the last week and a half just absorbing all the things that are important. Having a balance in your life, having the time to go spend with your kids and to do the things with your family, and all of these things are there. And then you look and you say, okay, but how do I get to have this all the time? How do I get to be able to do this as much as I want, in the style that I want, whenever I want? I just want that freedom. And that word freedom is the key to everything. And so when I look at a business and I like this, that it has there's no glass ceiling to any part of it. Like, you can make as much as you want, you can work as hard as you want. And honestly, it's just that. and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to attach to. I'm going to go build it. And if that's what you've done, I want to make sure that you have the mindset to go forward and do that. And let me just tell you, this is a time that within the next 2 weeks, when you start to get momentum going into your business right now, it pays for itself all the way through the end of May. We have a growing season in this business that starts from about January 15th to the end of May. It's a time when businesses surge, they grow, and it's just a building season. And so you have to come in and prepare yourself, though. You can't wait till the 15th to start, because if you wait till the 15th to start, then you're losing 2 weeks of really what it's going to be, because it takes a couple of weeks to get everything moving. And so I just want to make sure that everyone's sitting here and saying, okay, I'm going to do the actions today. And what are the tasks that I need to do every day to get the thing going? Or do I do them every week? And it's like, what is it that you are going to do and set a plan for yourself? I love to set small goals just to get started. And the best goal is a daily goal. It's so easy to track. So set those like 5 things that you're going to do, the 7 things, the 10 things, the 2 things. Whatever it is that you can do on a daily basis that's consistent, that helps get your business going, whether it be, I'm going to put an hour every day into my business. I'm going to literally go and share this with 5 people every day. I'm going to do whatever it is that you think you can do consistently. You need to kind of lay that daily plan down and then track it. Track it. In fact, call your sponsor and say, hey, I'm going to do this. Can you just hold me accountable? Let's do a call. I know that's what things are happening right now in the field is that there's teams doing weekly calls. And those weekly training calls are so important, because accountability is a good place to put into those calls, because that's where you're going to find the people that really are going to be successful. Accountability has become such a negative word in our space today, but it's actually a requirement for anything. And it's holding yourself accountable. It's holding someone else accountable. It's about just making sure that somebody's there to help encourage, to lift. This is not something that is done by yourself. And the one thing that I think that we can all look at, if you look at the most successful people, not just in this business, but in any business, they're not successful by themselves. They always have people around them, and they have people around them that are telling the truth. They're not just sitting there patting them on the back all day long. They're telling them the truth. And the truth is the accountability. You didn't get this done. You got to get this done. This is what's important. And this is where you need to focus. And sometimes it's so easy on day to day to just, life comes in and you get so focused on everything else that you forget maybe the one thing that you have to do every day to keep this moving. And that's what those accountability pieces are for. And if you don't have it, I know that in the Flex Connection, you can find it. There's always people there that will be more than happy to be part of helping you succeed and grow. So I am inspect what you that's good. That's really good. So I would love to see where we go in 2024. I know that we have extremely high goals. And getting this imagery piece out, our virtual studio piece out, is super important for the next level. And then, of course, we have our workflow automation that's coming on January 27th at the event. That's going to be another super important, where you can attach triggers from your CRM programs to trigger Ruby to write an email, and send that email then as a trigger to your email platform. And that email platform can then push them down whichever channel or journey that you want to push them through. This is important because this is a way that you can start to automate and building these lists that you can then learn to nurture, that you can learn to monetize. That's what the 27th is all about on the email side, but it goes beyond just the email. I mean, what else can you do when somebody joins your organization or joins your CRM? I mean, there's text platforms, there's all kinds of things that you might want to do that would be triggered then for, the content to be generated by Ruby and distributed by other platforms, but integrated seamlessly together. This will be where all of this is going to be going. On the 27th is when we'll release the workflow automation. One of the things that I'm also going to do, and this is something that I think you guys will find important, as you are going in and being part of this, is that you will be, yes, it'll be done through API, Nicola, but also through Zapier, is who we're partnering with on that. And so you'll be able to go through, and Zapier has over 6,500 people already integrated with them. And you'll be able to just connect us together using the triggers, and then actually being able to send prompts. So as you are wanting to, let's say, tell Ruby, this person came in from this funnel because this is what they're interested in, and this is how I want you to take this information and write them a welcome email based upon where they came from. That's going to be insane, because that's going to change the way that you can personalize people coming into your list, or people coming into your organizations. It's a very important piece that we wanted to make sure we get integrated. And then, of course, there are also so many different email platforms that are already integrated with Zapier as well. So, if you want to use MailChimp or Campaign Monitor, or maybe you're using SendGrid or whatever it is that you're using, maybe you don't have one yet. You can go find one that fits you. You'll be able to use that to distribute that, and you can choose the channels based upon that integration where you want to go. And so it just is a way of getting true workflow automation, and that's going to make your business grow. Anytime that you can be part of that. And I think that when you start to see, even on the social platforms, all the different ways that they have triggers set up, and how you can trigger that into Ruby is going to be a very awesome thing. Okay, so mindset. Anyone excited about 2024? Corey, are you excited about 2024?
I'm super excited about 2024.
You can always tell by Corey's voice. He's super excited all the time.
Always, always.
Awesome. Well, I will tell you that I'm pretty bummed, honestly, about the first 2024 FlexCast. Is kind of, I just wanted to show you everything that we had. And I really kind of thought as of yesterday, we were going to be able to get this over to our staging server so I could do it. And we just didn't get it done. Everyone left. It's hard when you got people all around the world doing things. And so we just couldn't get it done. But we're going to be able to do that, and I can't wait for next FlexCast to do that. So make sure you invite everybody there. You're also going to have the ability on the next FlexCast to go through and have it live in your back office. I want people, if you get this going and you've created things, drop them in to the Flex channels in Facebook. Let us see them. Let us know about them, because we can't wait to throw them up and recognize you for what you've created, but also just to show what this can do. Your marketing for Ruby and Flex is going to be magnified so much by visual, and having this ability to do that. So at the very beginning, I said I was going to talk to you a little bit about using all the assets that you have to go build your business. And this is the last part before I go into what my favorite section is flexing. Let's talk about the assets that you have to go build your business. So obviously we have the added values, like our digital marketing events that we teach and train people how to go and do things in their business. It's above and beyond. It has really a lot to do with marketing and marketing knowledge, but then how you use Ruby to do that. That's how we kind of tie them together. But it's knowledge that you would pay dearly for. We charged $500 for the last one, and we would have like $250 on this one. It's added value that you get just by being a part. I mean, that's worth $15 a month just to keep that going. The second thing, and you guys can use that. I mean, you should use that to build your business. The second thing is the way that we have FlexCast. It's training, it's teaching, it's ways that you can go and learn from other people and learn what it is. And you learn so much more than just Ruby. You learn about AI. You learn about the way that people implement AI all around the world in different parts of their lives and how they use it. That's invaluable to be able to say, oh, I learned this little nugget from Nicola. I mean, I'm sorry, Nicole did an incredible job just right before our break. I mean, amazing. I can't wait to have her back in. And we will have more and more and more of those coming every week, getting new people to do it. But you're learning from them. And this is a value that you can pitch into being part of of Slacks. I mean, this is what we did network marketing purely for the fact that we could talk to people and get them intimate with the program, because the program is so valuable to every part of their life. And we know this, that once they get in, they use it, it's the best addiction that they can have. They use it for everything. When I want to write an email, I no longer sit down and okay, I just go straight to Ruby. I create the draft. I might tweak it, but I got my draft done and I'm able to do it in 10 to 20 times faster than anything else. And that gives me the time to go and do more. That's what it's about. So I am super excited about what we're doing here. I love the business school idea. That's a really good one. I just love everything that you guys are throwing out, but use everything as a value, and then look at what you have just in the value of the basic up to the premium. Now, the virtual studio is an add-on, okay? It can't be part of the main pieces of that. And the main reason why is just because it's a lot more expensive in how you use it. But when you start to realize that just in the $15 plan, with ChatGPT now being $21 a month, guys, you have so much more capabilities inside of what Ruby does right now than ChatGPT on its own. And that's just a conversational chat. It doesn't have any way to do the plagiarism check. It's not having to do anything with readability scores. It's definitely not giving you Ghost that has you the ability to get underneath the AI detection software and to do rewrites. It's not giving you the ability to go and create personas like Personify does. And I will tell you that and Corey, I want you to have a little interjection here. When you start to see what we're doing, like with Personify and everything in the way that the new version of this is going to be laid out, it's going to be pretty phenomenal. And so, Corey, kind of walk them through a little bit about where we're headed on the design and the UX and UI of everything at this moment.
I mean, it's really our focus has always been making this accessible and easy. I mean, that's been the focus from the start, but we've explored some options in the flow, the user experience, from login all the way through, personify, creating your personas, and all of these things that maybe need a little bit of training to get through the first time, and really making them a lot simpler. Making the user flow a lot easier. I don't like saying more user friendly because I feel like we've done a great job with that so far. But everything can get better. Everything can improve, and that's we're constantly trying to improve everything. I mean, you guys, you are our main focus, and your experience is what is absolute most important to us. So that's kind of the direction that we're going with the new design, and I'm really excited about it. I wish we could have it out right now. Um,
Yeah,
but
it is pretty exciting just to see, how everything's coming together, but it's very difficult. One of the things that we're challenged with is how do you use all of the different pieces that we have available? So you have your audio, you have your imagery, you have all your social media, all of your things that you can build on as far, in the content creation. And how do you get it to where it's all right there in one composer window? If I needed to drop a video in, I can drop a video in. If I want to drop an audio clip in, I can do that. Or maybe I just want to create the script and have the audio created. Maybe I want to actually go in and create a presentation, and I want the pictures and the slides and all of that, and I want to build a slide right here and with all the content. All of this being thought processed into one place where you don't have multiple applications to open and you don't have all that. It's like all in one window. That's where we're headed. And it's going to be an awesome thing for you guys to do that. So, all right, 1042. I'm going to go now to one of my favorite things in the world, and that is flexing.